All right, just had lunch, sandwich, 5 or 10 minutes, and I drove this car for about an hour.
Quality automobile.
Here. Let's strip it all. Let's take it all the way down. This up here. Are these lights on?
Nope, they're not on.
Off. None of that. It just said, oh, wait. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Oh, please be charged. Thank DB Power. Oh, please tell me this has got
I
some
feel like
battery
they should
in it.
sell them with those.
Okay, on 75%. Wow. That was just, you know, sometimes you get lucky, like when you break down in your Ferrari at lunch, and then you find this. This thing's a fucking piece of shit. I take that back, Ferrari. Please sell me more cars. But this thing should not be dying. I just drove it for an hour. But now, I gotta... Jesus Christ, Jim. This was supposed to just be a video about my battery dying, not actually a video of my battery dying.
Oh no, now we can make this a separate video, right?
No, we're not going to make it a separate video. This is all going to go in the same video. This is going to be the beginning of the video. And then I'm going to talk about why I'm pissed. But I'll be in a much better mood because my car's working at that time.
Let's get on with it. Shut the fuck up.
It's so hot in here already. Come on. Yes.
Right here.
All right. Feeling good about this one. Everything off.
You good? I was waiting for it to die.
Not gonna die.
That sound is worth $1 million. Just the way they sound like, all right?
Yeah.
Sound beautiful.
When it works.
Ah.
All right. So, as I previously had an inkling, we have discovered that the Ferrari 488s have battery problems. Now, let me rewind this a little bit. Now, I drove it to lunch, filmed a video earlier, and the car didn't start at lunch. And I was like, you know what? Let's record this, and I'll reshoot my video. So, where do we stand? Let's drop a gear here. So, about, let's just say a week ago, I go to start my 488, take it for a drive. It's been on a trickle charger for at least a month, right? Because if you remember when I first got the car, in month 1, we had the problem where it didn't start and the battery was dead. And that was one of those things that was like, that shouldn't be the case. I mean, if you think about it, every component on this car is brand new. So we've got a dead battery inside a month on a car that is literally brand new. I think there's some sort of drain that has to be attended to. But they sell you this fabulous little bumper attached, like magnetic battery tender. It's like, all right, solves the problem. So we had the car in the tender for a month. I go, start it up, boom, starts right up, all good. All is right in the world. The car's got a little over 800 miles on it right now. It's pull it outside, turn it off, go inside, get something, come back out, stone dead. And I was like, well, there go my plans. So I reached out to Ferrari roadside, because obviously if it's been on a tender for a month and it's a 700-mile car, 800-mile car, it shouldn't be having dead batteries. So I was like, all right, it's definitely a problem. And when you get a dead battery in a Ferrari, it gives you 500 different warning lights. I've got the EDIF light. My Manatino switch doesn't work right now. It's stuck in wet mode of all modes. That's their default mode. Traction control doesn't work. I've got an AVH light. I mean, I sort of guess I can go through all these warnings. But actually 801 miles. So I was right on both. But the car doesn't start. So I call Ferrari's got something that's fantastic. It's called Ferrari Roadside Assistance. If you have a warranted Ferrari, you call them up, they come pick up your car, bring it to the nearest dealer, free of charge. And that was very nice. They did that. The tow truck guy was very nice. Picked it up, brought it up to the dealership. Dealership calls me and they said, you need a new battery. I was like, yep, got that part. And now let's not even get into the fact of why I would need a new battery on a brand new car. But let's just say, whatever. So then he's like, well, they're not warranted. Ferrari is only warranting the batteries if you do at least 2,000 miles a year. And I said, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? Like, that's, like, most people don't do 2,000 miles. You just essentially disqualified everyone that owns a Ferrari, because not many people do 2,000 miles a year. But apparently there has been a rash of Ferrari 488 owners coming in and getting warranted batteries because they've had battery problems. And Ferrari's like, all right, well, let's not warranty those anymore. Instead of saying, like, what is the problem? Let's fix the problem. We feel really bad. Let's let everyone know that we owe them a battery, or they've got to be aware of this. Let's just not warranty it anymore and charge them $800. $800 for a battery. And I was like, well, all right, I'll take it back. I'll do it myself. And I drove this car for about an hour today. And then I ended at lunch, turned it off, went inside and had lunch. You know what happened? Damn thing didn't start when I went to leave. And that's why, luckily, that's where the video started. It filled in all of that stuff, but now that answers that. So what do we do here? Well, I said, well, I don't need your Ferrari battery. If it doesn't work, and there's an obvious draw, an obvious flaw with not just my car, but all the 488s, because to be the point where you don't want to warranty anything means it's a significant problem. The best thing to do would be for me, I was like, all right, I'm just going to get a battery from Odyssey, because I got an Odyssey battery in my Corvette, I got an Odyssey battery in my Supra, and they're deep cycle batteries. They work, they last a long time, and I don't know what is in this. It's got a Ferrari genuine battery. That's probably the problem. So now Ferrari has a thing with Odyssey that they're like okay with putting Odyssey batteries in the car. That's the way they go. And Odyssey's cool, and I get Odyssey batteries for free because they sponsored my Project Car Challenge earlier this year. But I'm excited for that. They're going to send me a battery. I'll put it in and replace this Ferrari battery down there. And hopefully that solves the problem. But that's a little bit of BS, right? Like, and I think if push comes to shove, you can make Ferrari warranty it. And the only way to not warranty something would be making everyone aware in advance. Like, hey, if you don't drive your car 2,000 miles a year, we're not going to warranty it. It just doesn't, I don't know, I don't understand what the draw could be. What is in this car that makes it that it can't start up after sitting for a month? I mean, we're not even talking about it was sitting for a long time. But it just, I don't know, once I do that, all this drivability stuff clears out. It drives pretty good now, but that's definitely an issue. It's a large looming issue if you're shopping for 488s or have a 488. You may want to get an Odyssey battery on standby, just so you have it, so you don't have to order one. If you're not really stuck if you find yourself in a position where your battery is dead, which it will happen. If you have a car and you don't drive it 2,000 miles a year, and even if you do, you still may have the problem, but the majority of people don't. Maybe that's an arbitrary number because they know most people don't put more than 1,000 miles on their Ferrari every year. But anyway, in related news, this car has a buyer on it. We'll get into that in the next video, but the buyer will get an Odyssey battery in their car. And yeah, I mean, I called this like month one. I'm like, how can this battery possibly die? And the fact that you can't even overpower it with a Ferrari battery tender. I mean, my GLS was parked for a year in a garage, and fired right up. Boom. I was like, oh wow, I didn't expect it to fire up. And after a year of sitting, it fires right up. I can't figure out, I mean, and it's easy. I mean, as a mechanic or as a manufacturer, you can see what the draw is. What are you powering in this car at all times while it's off to require a battery tender on a car that doesn't get frequently driven? I mean, it's not. I've had my Supra, my Corvette, like after, I mean, you're talking God knows how long they die after a year or so. But I don't see it in a month. But the fact is, it sounds so nice and it looks so good. And it's so quick, and that's why people buy them. But this, Mr. Marinello, I don't know who you are over there, that I should be yelling at, but whoever designed the battery aspect of this car. Alright, that's all I got. See you next time. My woes continue. Talk about first world problems.